Hey, thanks for joining here at BuQeye Barbecue. Today we're going to do something a little different, something I've been wanting to do for a long time. We're going to use the Ooni Karu Pizza Oven to do a ribeye steak. So let's get started. Okay, so we've got our fire pot filled with some Fogo lump charcoal, a tumbleweed fire starter, and some pecan wood chips. So we're just going to get our fire starter lit, and that should be enough. Maybe get it one more spot there. Okay, so we're going to let that get started. We will take the, actually I already did take the top off of the Uni smokestack, and I've got it wide open here. So we're going to leave the front door off just while the charcoal gets started, and then we'll put it on and let it start getting heated up inside. So we're going to go inside and get our steak ready, and we'll bring you back. Okay, so here's our ribeye steak. This is nothing special. It's an Angus ribeye steak, just local grocery store. I specifically grabbed this one because I thought the spinalis looked really good. It is just me tonight, so we're going to run this little experiment with the Ooni Pizza Oven, and we'll see how we do. I'm going to just put a little bit of olive oil on the steak, not a lot at all. Both sides and rub it in. And I'm going to add just salt for now. I'll add pepper after the cook, but other spices will likely burn with the temperatures that we'll get on the uni. So I'm just going to use some Maldon flake salt to start. And then we can season it with other things after it's done. I love this Maldon salt, and salt can hold up to the high temperatures. It's not going to burn or anything like that. So there we go. So that's going to be done. And while we're here, I'll show you the pan we're going to use. So the Uni has these available that you can cook different things. You don't have to just cook pizza on the Unis. So we're going to use this to cook our steak in. And one thing we're going to do is get it in the uni here and let it heat up before we even put the steak on it. So we'll bring you back. Okay, so our uni is lit. The smokestack, I don't know if you can see it on the video, is active. So it is heating up. I am going to go ahead and take the front door off and just take a look inside it real quick. So we'll see if we can get the camera. It's a little hard holding the camera with my hand, but we'll see if we can't see it together. Oh yeah, we're definitely heating up good. So I'm going to let it go a few more minutes, get those coals burning, and then we'll get our griddle pan in there and let it start heating up. So we'll bring it back. Okay, first of all, excuse the bird noise. I think Alfred Hitchcock is doing a sequel here in my neighborhood. It's ridiculous. But we're going to go ahead and get the griddle pan in the oven and let it heat up. These things come with a pretty cool handle that you can just take out so it stays cool. And we're just going to let that heat up. And probably in the next 10 minutes, we'll bring our steak out and get her going. Okay, so I've got my infrared thermometer here. I'm going to see what the griddle plate is reading in the center. "652 degrees, so that's pretty good. So I am going to bring the steak out. We are going to get ready to throw this on. So I'll bring you back in just a minute. Okay, so we're going to get our steak put on. Take the door off. Push the handle in there. And just drop our steak on. Nice sizzle. Put that back in the oven. And close the lid. So I think I'm going to keep you here for this. I'll probably cut out parts or fast forward through them, but I don't think I have time to mess with the camera while we're cooking this steak. So I'm going to let this go, let the camera go. Okay, the last thing I want to do is overcook this, so I want to do this too early rather than too late. So pull this out. Oh wow, look at that. That's gorgeous. We're going to flip it around here. There we go. Close that again. Alright, I think I'm going to pull it out and flip it over. Again, I would rather err on the side of not being quite long enough than to overcook this. This is definitely just an experiment. Grab my tongs. Ooh, look at that crust. Gosh, I hope you can see that. So let's get it back in. I'm going to let it go another minute or so, and then I am going to temp it. I'm looking for about 125, 128, something like that. It'll carry over, and it'll still be on that griddle plate for a minute while I get it inside. So I definitely, again, want to err on the side of not overcooking it. All right, I think I'm going to temp this because I'm getting nervous. Set my thermometer here. And I may not even be close, but again, I just don't want to take any chances. Hey, we're at 128 in the center. We're calling this done. I'm a little afraid of it carrying over too much. I will see you inside. Okay, we're pulling this off. It's time for sure. And I've decided to make this an impromptu surf and turf. So I have got 6 deveined, peel-on shrimp that we're going to put in our griddle plate here. And get these back out on the cooker. And we will see you out there. Okay, so I'm going to get these shrimp turned over once because they've been on this hot griddle plate now for a minute or two. So we're just going to turn them over before we put them in the oven. And they've already started to cook, as you can see, just on this hot griddle plate. So we'll do that, and we'll pick this up. And there we go. See how we do. I'm thinking a couple minutes, and we'll pull those out and maybe spin it around. I think for this one, I will shut the camera down and we'll bring you back in a minute. See how we're doing in here. Door off. Oh wow, those are looking good. I'm gonna flip these around again. Boy, they're looking good. And I'm gonna spin the griddle plate the other way. We'll let these go another couple of minutes, and I think they'll be good. Here we go. So we'll bring you back in a minute. All right, I have a feeling we're gonna be done here. So let me grab these, pull them out, see if we can't get them in the camera. Those look pretty opaque to me. We're going to call these done, and they'll sit in this hot pan for another minute anyway. So even if they're not quite there, they will be. So we'll bring you back in a few minutes. Okay, so here we go. Grab a spoon here. Get these shrimp while they're still in this hot pan. I've got some butter and garlic I'm just going to drop in here. I didn't want to put the butter on early because I did not want it to burn. but there's nothing better to me than garlic butter with shrimp. So we're just going to put those on the shrimp. And the other thing I have for the shrimp, get a little more of this garlic on. Awesome. Okay, the other thing I have for the shrimp is this JO #2 seasoning. So I like this stuff. It's great on seafood. It says it's really for crabs, but it'll be great on shrimp. So we're just gonna dump a little bit of that on. There we go. And we'll just spin that stuff around a little bit. All right, there's our surf and turf on the Ooni Karu Pizza Oven. Man, this smells freaking good. Okay, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna be careful here and not burn the crap out of myself. All right, I'm ready to dig into this, but I guess I gotta pause real quick and do my thumbnail. Okay, let's give this a try. Steak looks really good. I'm just gonna cut right into the center there. You know, I didn't season the steak with anything else, but you know what? That's okay. It's gonna be good. Just salt. Nice pink. What a great way to do a steak. Probably a little bit more done than I would typically like, but it's still pink. And it's still freaking good. Let's try one of these shrimp now. I love cooking shrimp and eating shrimp more than that with the peel on. Nice shrimp with that JO seasoning. That is as good as any restaurant I've had. Hey everybody, thank you for joining me on this little adventure today. Had no idea how this was going to turn out. I'm going to literally just eat my dinner off of this cutting board after I turn the cameras off. Do me a favor, like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. And we will see you next time at BuQeye Barbecue.